You pick up your phone to check one notification. 20 minutes later, you were still there. You do not remember deciding to keep scrolling. Nobody decided, but the real answer is far stranger than a lack of willpower. Your brain was not built for this. It was built for something else entirely. Something that happened long before screens, long before notifications. And the machine driving your thumb right now is millions of years old. To understand it, you have to go back to a psychologist named B.F. Skinner. In the 1950s, Skinner gave pigeons a lever. Sometimes pressing it delivered food. Sometimes it delivered nothing. The pattern was random. Pigeons that got food every time eventually got bored and stopped pressing. But the pigeons that got food unpredictably could not stop. Skinner called this a variable ratio reward schedule. It remains the most powerful way ever discovered to make a mind crave repetition. Your phone runs on the exact same schedule. Every time you refresh your feed, you do not know what you will get. That unpredictability is not a flaw in the design. It is the entire design. But why does an unpredictable reward feel stronger than a guaranteed one? In the 1990s, neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz studied dopamine in monkeys. For decades, scientists believed dopamine was simply the chemical of pleasure. Schultz found something different. Dopamine did not spike when a reward was expected. It spiked when the reward was uncertain. The anticipation, the not knowing, produced a bigger surge than the outcome itself. This means the moment right before you see a new post is often more chemically active in your brain than the post itself. You are not addicted to what's on the screen. You are addicted to not knowing what's on the screen. Another researcher, Kent Berridge, separated two systems in the brain people usually lump together: wanting and liking. Wanting is the pull, the itch to check. Liking is the enjoyment once you get there. Berridge found these systems can separate completely. You can want something intensely and feel almost nothing once you get it. Sound familiar? That's the scroll. The itch to check is loud, the payoff is quiet. So you check again, hoping this time will be different. Now, step back further, into the world your ancestors actually lived in. For nearly all of human history, information was rare and often meant survival. A rustle in the grass might be wind. It might be a predator. The humans who stayed alert to uncertain signals were more likely to notice danger in time. Your brain inherited that wiring. It was never built to ignore uncertainty, because uncertainty was exactly where danger and opportunity lived. Your phone did not create this instinct. It found it already sitting there and pointed it at something new. This same wiring shapes more than your scrolling habit. It's why you can't help glancing at a phone buzzing face down on the table, even mid-conversation with someone you love. It's the same ancient circuit, asking the same ancient question. What is that? Do I need to know? A red notification badge exploits this alertness directly. Red, in nature, rarely means neutral. Pair that color with an unknown number and you've built a tiny, perfect echo of an old alarm, sitting quietly on an icon. There's one more layer, less about alarm and more about belonging. For most of human history, you lived in a small group, and your standing inside it mattered enormously. Being noticed, liked, or spoken of well could mean the difference between having allies and facing hardship alone. A notification is not only a signal from the world, sometimes it's a signal about you. Did they think of me? Do I still belong? That's why a single comment can occupy far more attention than its size should allow. So why does it feel almost impossible to just put the phone down? Because you're not fighting a habit, you're fighting a system shaped by millions of years of selection, refined by a psychologist's pigeon box, and mapped by neuroscientists studying the exact moment your brain lights up before it even knows what's coming. None of this means you're broken. It means you're running very old software in a very new environment. The pigeons never knew they were being studied. You do. You know the mechanism. You know the gap between wanting and liking. You know the pull you feel is ancient, not personal. That knowledge will not make the urge disappear, but it changes what the urge means. The next time your thumb reaches for your phone before your mind has even asked it to, you can notice the reach itself, the same small burst a mind once felt at a sound in the tall grass. You are not weak in that moment. You are ancient. And maybe that's the real answer. Not that something is wrong with you, but that something very old in you has found a very new lever, and it's still, after all this time, unbelievably good at pulling it. The pigeons never learned to stop because they never understood the box. You can see the lever now, and simply by seeing it, you already have something Skinner's pigeons never had. So the next time you pick up your phone to check one notification, notice what happens in your hand before it happens in your mind, because the real question was never why you can't stop scrolling.